Well, good evening, ladies and boys and girls. This is your host, Ravaz, coming to you live from what is a recording. Tonight we are playing a game that is somewhat special to me. Now I have nothing to do with this game in particular, but I saw it when the demo came out, and I've always been one for like these types of animations. I love getting into the lore and the details of everything. So tonight we are going to just play some Slay the Princess. And away we go. This horror game and it's not intended this is a horror game and it's not intended for all audience. Please visit our website, blacktypegames.com, if you need a full list and content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well parallel effects that on rare occasions have caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. We may have to turn that off, because I am epileptic. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Slay the Princess. New game. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Then my name must be Mario. Ravaz, aka Mario.
You're here to slay her.
Well, that's different.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You don't say.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I am not going to kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
How about no? How about I just leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Goodbye.
Do you even know where you're going?
I'll find out. Nope.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
That does sound about right.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think it sounds better, though. I think he sounds better than you.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
How dare you,
How
narrator.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved up.
You know what? Okay, fine.
That's great to hear. As long as a warning before you go any further.
What?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Really? Okay, we'll see.
Fortunately, she's only a princess, whereas you are a valiant and talented warrior. It'll be easy, so long as you stay focused.
We'll have to see how this goes.
We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I have to agree with the hero here. He makes a good point. We're gonna have to go to the cabin anyways. Because we have the voice of the hero. I kind of want the voice of the coward.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We shouldn't do this. We should leave.
You take the blade from the table.
I've already screwed up. I should not have taken the lid.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
How about no? I don't want to slay her.
Her voice carries.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all...
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Hello down there. How are you?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I believe she might be, but we'll find out.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then...
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade? Don't you dare.
You know what?
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she... The blade tumbles out of your trembling hand.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just... talk.
I'm down to just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
Are you sure about that? I'm not sure if we'll be fine or not. Let's go.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I'm concerned about that look in her eyes. That look in her eyes gives me some sort of vague feeling that I should be scared. Something tells me I should be scared, but I don't know why. Give me my hat. Oh, look, my hat. There's my hat. Let me use my thinking cap. Why do you perplex me there, female?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the... She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Cutting her hand off?
She hesitates before answering.
What is your name? Just so I know.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Oh, how much do I hate you right now? You have no idea.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're... Oh, you have to be... You walk up to the chains binding the princess. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to...
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's some...
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just...
I'll be here.
You
Ooh,
attempt to
Lego
make your
series.
way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Really, you don't say.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I didn't know I was playing the Stanley Parable. You give me... You're actually... This is like a forceful version of Stanley Parable. At least there I have choices.
Your shouts and pleas. I'll repeat myself once again. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and set...
You won't like what happens. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm,
yeah.
just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Fair warning, this is a psychological horror game, by the way.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess... How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Cool.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let as the princess approaches the bottom step. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the prince... Stop it. Stop. The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the...
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost... Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse
We
to
may
the
have
ground.
died, the hero.
Blood. This is the end, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I think so. At least we didn't kill her flat out. I mean, in the words of the hero, our goal is to save princesses, not kill them. And away we go. Chapter 2. The Prisoner? Oh no. Not again.
You're on a path in the woods,
Who this? Oh,
and at the
sorry.
end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
This is chapter
if you
2.
don't- I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Oh, we got the
Got to
skeptic.
be a way out of here. For us and for the
Yes.
princess.
Oh boy,
Just
let's
have to
go.
keep
The
trying.
skeptic. Logic and reasoning always win.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to... Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Okay.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
The fact that he makes a good point is terrifying. It's like, I don't know how to handle that. That's a very interesting point. Because we didn't listen to him and we did die. It's just, he also forced our hand at killing her. If he didn't force our hand, we would have lived. We could have used the knife to lockpick the door. Because it's locked from the outside. Well, okay, a lock has two sides in it, so we should have lockpicked the door unless they barred it. So really, it's on the narrator, not me, and not the skeptic or the hero.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
No, don't listen to him. He forced our hand. We would have survived if he didn't force our hand.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Thank you, hero. I appreciate
That
it.
doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
You're not a professional. You are a whiner, a coward, and, well, you are not a whiner, what's it called? You are a scam, a cheat, and you forced me to kill her.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
If you only knew. If you only knew.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Since when did we start playing with time loopholes? Well, technically. Yep, sorry.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Probably just left because you trapped her in the basement.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, you're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
A fact is nothing but a circle that you can define. It has a start, an end, and you can define it, and you can theorize it, and you can tell me exactly what it says and try to convince me of it. Therefore, it is indeed a fact, while being a thing. Therefore, it is indeed also a circle. So your argument is also invalid, but valid at the same time, since we are working in the world of hypotheticals. Moving on. Let's just proceed to the cabin again.
A warning, before you go any further.
What you got? Hit me with it.
She will lie, she will cheat. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Wink.
Wink.
He said wink too, that's funny. He's like, wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
That's what I said!
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on
Wait, did we lose the voice of the hero? I don't think we did.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Good idea.
Very different.
Yeah, like last time it was a solid wooden cabin. Now it's like a brick cabin.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Okay, we've been killed by a princess, but not this princess. So technically, we're all in the wrong while all being in the right. It's just we're short on the facts.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I mean, there was a mirror, it's not there. You've replaced the table. The dagger looks different compared to last time. There's bars on the windows. We're in a brick room. And this is not just your standard wooden door anymore. This has got to at least be... Shoot. This has got to be like... medieval to 16. No, not 16. Oh, it's medieval to Victorian wooden door. If anything, it'd probably also be around French Revolution, maybe. My history major is not working. Wait, you told me not to get focused on the minor details, so we're going to sit here and look at every detail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, different handle, 33. Enter the basement.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. Yes, I'm sure. Still with those past... Peachy. We'll be fine. Okay. I'm trusting you.
Okay. We'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. Thanks. I mean it.
Wait, what? Different hallway?
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice, harsh but controlled.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
How
She
did
looks
I
up
get
at you,
this
the
one
heavy collar around
already?
her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
I got the hero and
The
the
chains
skeptic,
binding
but
both
still,
her wrists to
really?
the far
This
wall,
princess?
joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Good job, hero.
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
I mean, that's fair.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Well, I don't want to slay you just yet, due to everything I've looked at. Due to the facts given by the hero and the skeptic, I am more concerned of if you remember what happened last time I tried to kill you. I've been here before. Am I the one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
I need to move my hat real quick. No. Can I move my hat? Can I move me? I can't. Oh, that's better. No way. Is it still up? That's better. And that'll put me over in the corner as well. That's better. I refuse to slay your princess, narrator. You'll have to do better than that.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what?
If we refuse to kill her the first time.
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Good luck. Not something you say to somebody who's trying not to kill somebody. You're trying to persuade me to not kill, or to kill her, and you wish me good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Good job, skeptic. Go get him, boy. Go get him. I'm proud of you. That's better.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
The fact that you're a manipulating liar and that you're worse than the princess? Possibly, maybe, possibly?
That's pathetic.
I agree with the skeptic. That is pretty pathetic. What's the matter with you?
I never said I wasn't.
Oh, man. Okay, I agree with the skeptic. You are kind of pathetic, but bruh, that feels bad. That's a feels bad right there. I never said I wasn't. The man's in more layers of the Nile than the river. Because it is a river in Egypt. This man's living in it.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
I don't like you, narrator. I hope you notice.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't.
Good job.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
At least one side of my brain is, like, actually working correctly.
Yeah, sure. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
Okay, I mean, you more than gladly... Okay, we gotta lay everything out. You more than gladly killed us last time. That's because the narrator forced our hand. So you really had no choice. I get that. And you may not know everything, but you know something. You know enough for my character not to be crazy, but you're still possibly withholding information based off the fact that you're able to kill me that easily last time. It means you have stuff, you have knowledge that you're not sharing with the class. And I can't trust the narrator because he's not going to listen to me. Actually, I'm not listening to him, period. I got the skeptic with me.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
Yeah, in my chest, through my heart.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is...
Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you.
Hey, you're back.
That much should be obvious.
I thought you were
In
keeping your mouth
case you
shut.
need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
She's chained to the wall. I'm far enough back where if she was to lunge at me, I'd be safe. Now, if she throws the dagger, then we have a whole different issue. But, shh. You know, my question is this. See how big of a gap that is around, like, her wrist? If she dislocated her thumb, couldn't she just, like, pull it out?
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good.
So, what should we do?
I
Give
don't
her the
know.
blade.
Just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like the narrator.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
You know what? I don't know how I feel about this. I'm just gonna give her the knife. Okay, I'm trusting you. Here's a knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with...
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world. Right?
You've already tried to take... Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little.
Nope.
I think you got your point across. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
The heck?
What is she doing?
Slice and dice.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Slice and dice. Rip and tear.
No. You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you.
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds.
And then, finally, there is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching.
And yet our eyes are still closed.
Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the I think you can open your eyes now.
Jeez.
Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever...
We should take her with us.
What? No, you shouldn't.
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the
I
way
like the
you want
skeptic.
them.
He's very intuitive. He pokes holes in the bubble, and that is something that we're missing nowadays. Is poking holes in bubbles. I like him. He makes sense. He makes logical sense, and we're working. We're working on this. Let's go.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave? Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head. Its neck stumps.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you...
Well played.
Nice.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
No problem.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Goodbye.
She's gone. Oh, and there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? There's something dreadful about it.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something...
I'm begging you, don't. It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
The mirror remains exactly as you see it. It's you! Just see if it happened.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I can't remember if this is actually called the Long Quiet or what, but I think this one has... Is this one an honest heart?
Yes, nerves and
this is a
fibers to
fragile.
feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected
Oh,
herself when
clever.
others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, make me forget. Okay, make me forget. We'll go again.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will.
You won't.